Rumble in Rio, Colombia versus Brazil. End in sight for the judicial strike? Neva tightened security after 2 bombs. Virgin sighting in an X-ray? And the Cali Expo with the latest Colombian fashions. From the RCN News Center in Bogota, hi everybody, I'm Brian Andrews. Joining me today, Andres Restrepo, and we're talking about sports, football, because the big story of the day is the match that's going to happen tonight in Rio de Janeiro between Colombia and Brazil. Why is this so important?
Well, it's very important, not here in Colombia only, it's very important in Brazil also, because football in Latin America is passion. Football here is a joy. Everyone, it's like a party. And everyone have a great time going to a football match and taking children and taking them to the matches.
And if they're not at the match, they're at a local bar or here in the RCN newsroom. Everybody's looking up at the monitors, paying attention to the game. What is going on with Team Colombia right now? I know we've got a brand new coach, and everybody was hoping this coach was going to break our losing streak.
Yeah, he's trying to do a great work with his team, and in the beginning it's a little difficult to adjust all the pieces. It's like a puzzle, but I think they are making a great job, and the coach is very confident on his players, and I think they're going to make great work.
So our team doesn't suck. Our team is great.
It's great.
Okay.
So is Brazil. We have to respect them.
Right?
We have to respect them. Yeah, they have Kaká. We have Yepes. He's our star, and he is going to looking at Kaká very much. So he cannot do anything to us.
And you've been following football very closely for years. I know you're a huge fan. Yeah. What is our team's best strength? What do we do best that the other teams just don't do?
I think is one of the strengths of the Brazilian team is jogo bonito, what they call jogo bonito. In Portuguese, jogo bonito is beautiful playing. Our players play beautifully, and they how to do it, and they play as a team, and they do everything perfect, and they are led by his coach. That is a very professional person, and I think they're going to be great in the match.
All right, well, it sounds like our team is ready for action, so we wish them buena suerte in Rio de Janeiro. And Andres Restrepo, we know you'll be watching the game from here in the RCN newsroom. Thanks very much. We're going to turn now to some of the other news of the day from here in Colombia. As you know, the situation down in Neva, they had a terror attack early Monday morning. Let's go to that story. They're tightening up security in Neva because of this situation happening down in Huila. In fact, we are told that at least 200 additional police officers will be patrolling the streets of Neva over the next couple of weeks. The additional forces will be arriving very soon. The police are also asking the public to take on greater responsibility in keeping an eye out for trouble and providing the police with tips. Colombia's judicial strike now. Some judges are back on the bench having hearings, but it's a very small number of judges. In the meantime, affiliates of the Nacional, or the Judicial Union, will vote today on whether to accept the government's offer to go back to work. The strike is now in its 43rd day. Union members who want better pay will vote Wednesday whether to go back on the job, unclogging the country's stalled-out judicial system where cases have backed up and criminals have been set free.
If
the majority of the workers accept the government proposal, strike will end.
The president says Colombia doesn't have the money the unions are asking for in the budget for their raises, and will be looking for other sources to fund the 150 mil millones de pesos needed to implement pay raises for the judicial sector.
What we have is 111,000 millones de pesos in budget. Everything else is an expectation. We hope government accept a new meeting to talk about some arrangements.
The judicial sector is asking each union member to vote whether to end the strike by casting a ballot. Right now, less than 10% of the national judicial labor force is on the job, keeping things moving or crawling while an end to the strike is worked out. Also making news from Colombia, the Army arresting 9 people said to be former paramilitaries for transporting more than 200 kilos of coke in a boat heading up the Sinu River. This is happening in Terralta, Córdoba. The soldiers also seized 300 millones de pesos. Police raid more than a dozen secret cocaine laboratories deep in the jungles of San Jose del Guaviare. They say the labs were cranking out more than 10 tons of drugs each month. And an image of the Virgin del Rosario has appeared in Pasto in a chest x-ray belonging to a 68-year-old patient at the San Pedro Hospital. Can you see it? I don't know. It kind of looks like a blob to me. Anyway, I'm Brian Andrews reporting from Bogota. We leave you today in Cali, where they're having a really cool exposition. It is the world of fashion on display at the Expo Center there. Some of Colombia's top models participating in this event. That's a look at what's making news from Colombia today. You're watching RCN, bringing Colombia to the world.